Over the course of my life, I realized something simple but uncomfortable. There are two characteristics that quietly shape almost everything we experience. It's not honesty, it's not discipline, it's not even courage. Those traits matter, they matter a lot, but they are not the foundation. The two traits that sit underneath everything, the ones that get overlooked the most, are self-awareness and accountability. Without these two, every other trait becomes performative. With them, growth becomes inevitable. Self-awareness is the ability to remove yourself from the center of your own story. It's the ability to step outside of your emotions, your justifications, and your excuses, and observe yourself the way an outsider would. A simple example. If you ever watched a show like Dexter, you may find yourself rooting for the main character. Even though he's a serial killer, he causes harm. He leads destruction everywhere he goes. Yet, because the story is told from his perspective, you empathize with him. This happens in movies all the time. When a story is framed through someone's eyes, we excuse behavior we would otherwise condemn. That's exactly how we move through our own lives. We experience everything from our perspectives, our pain, our intentions, our explanations. And because of that, we almost always see ourselves as justified. Self-awareness is the discipline of stepping out of that perspective. It's asking, how am I actually showing up? How might I be perceived by others? What patterns do I repeat even when I don't mean to? This doesn't mean agreeing with how others treat you. It means understanding how your behavior lands, not just how it feels to you. A lot of people misunderstand self-awareness. They think it means beating yourself up, reliving mistakes, drowning in guilt, or blaming the world for not understanding you. That's not self-awareness. That's avoidance disguised as reflection. True self-awareness is not emotional indulgence. It's clarity. It's self-awareness. It's not blaming others for your problem, pretending you've done nothing wrong, or refusing to look at your own flaws. Self-awareness is being able to say, I'm overweight. I'm bad with money. I avoid difficult conversations. I'm inconsistent. I procrastinate. I'm undisciplined in areas that matter. And saying it without drama. No excuses, no explanation, no comparison, just truth. You can't change what you won't name. Once you develop self-awareness, accountability becomes unavoidable. Accountability is not about punishment. It's not about shame. It's not about guilt. Accountability is simply saying, I'm responsible for my life, not partially, not conditionally, fully. You may not be able to control what happens to you, but you always control how you respond. And the way you respond is where your power lives. Here's where most people stop. They want shared accountability. They want fairness. They want acknowledgement. But accountability only works when it's one-sided. For example, if a relationship ends, it's easy to focus on what the other person did wrong. But the moment you say, I can't fix my life because they were part of the problem, you're giving away your power. Accountability asks different questions. Why did I stay? Why did I ignore the red flags? Why did I tolerate what didn't align with me? Why did I depend on someone else for stability? Why didn't I show up fully? These are not questions meant to shame you. They're meant to free you. Because once the problem is yours, the solution is too. A common mistake people make is confusing accountability with suffering. They think accountability means sitting in guilt, replaying mistakes, punishing themselves emotionally. That's not growth. Accountability is forward-facing. It sounds like my happiness is my responsibility. My success is my responsibility. My healing is my responsibility. No one can do that for you. And that realization, while heavy, is also liberating. If you want to practice self-awareness and accountability daily, start here. Question yourself. If the shoe was on the other foot and I was watching myself, what would I honestly think? No defensiveness, no justification, just observation. And question 2, if I fully accept responsibility for my life, what would I do differently? Starting today, not tomorrow, not next year, today. These questions don't require perfection. They require honesty. Self-awareness allows you to see clearly. Accountability allows you to move intentionally. Together, the foundation of growth, not motivation, not inspiration, not external validation, just ownership. When you stop blaming, you start building. When you stop avoiding, you start evolving. When you stop outsourcing responsibility, you take your life back. This isn't easy work, but it's honest work. And honest work changes everything. Growth doesn't begin when life gets easier. It begins when you stop lying to yourself about where you are. This is Testks. Thanks for taking time out to listen to my inner thoughts. If anything resonated with you, you can reach out anytime. All my links are in the bio and on my profile. I appreciate you for taking the time out to listen tonight. Be safe, be intentional, and have a safe one.